there a risk that using highly advanced technologies, such as AI, for example, takes away the substance of art?
I don't think so. I think any tool, my choice to not use computer graphics to represent the Trinity test was really a mechanical one. It's an artistic choice because I feel that computer graphics, incredibly sophisticated and versatile that they are, and extraordinary work has been done with them. They tend to feel a little safe to me. They tend to play more in the world of animation, and so it's difficult to get threat from them, particularly in a film where the rest of the tone is very realistic, very textured. I think any tool, whether AI generated, whether it's computer based or whatever, it's all another tool for filmmakers to create with. And so as long as we have faith in our human beings creating these tools, no, I think the medium of film will continue to develop in exciting ways.
Do you think that one day AI could soon reach this level of creativity or a capacity to duplicate things and completely blur the boundaries between what's real and what's not?
I personally don't think so. Doesn't mean that it's not a danger worth considering or an interesting idea worth considering. But I think if you look at the realm of visual effects, for example, when I first started using visual effects, everything was about simulation. Everything was about the idea that through computer graphics, through ray tracing, you could perfectly simulate an environment. And ultimately that hit a limit. And now the approach is slightly different. The approach is more photographic. It's more photographic textures, mapping them onto shapes, using the complexity of the world and our ability to capture it using cameras. And so you do see areas where, even though there's a theoretical possibility of infinite progression, in some areas there is a limit that's reached because the real world is, by definition, infinitely complex. The real world has no limitations. And so any digital simulation or technology that simulates, eventually it always hits a particular limitation.
Okay, so those are obviously Christopher Nolan, talking about, the advancement of AI as a tool, right? And that's basically exactly what it is. A lot of people have this, feeling of not wanting to use AI or being anti-AI. And it's mostly on the liberal side of things, but there are some people that are on the conservative side that are also against this. But at the end of the day, for somebody that actually is in this, space and understands how, to use the technology, it's a tool. It gets you to, point B faster, right? So if you had to do the stuff, if you have to get to a location, you got to get permits, you got to get, catering, you got to get all these people, there's crews and you got to pay all those multiple people. And, in terms of visual effects and whatnot, it may be dangerous to do some of the stunts. So AI helps you with that stuff. It makes it safer.